Hello, welcome to my review for Pokemon Journeys, episode 125, Semi-Final 4, Impact. We're back with a final battle with Ash vs Cynthia. Ash has to respond to Dynamax Togekiss, so we lead off with him Mega Evolving Lucario. Cynthia pretty much just spams Max Airstream, but he has some really cool visuals of Lucario countering it by jumping into the attack with Aura Sphere, and still getting blown out. Togekiss is able to stop the Aura Sphere and gets a Speed Raise, as another Airstream comes out. Lucario jumps and hits a ton of bullet punches. Togekiss falls to the ground, but gets back up. This Togekiss is an absolute tank. As one more Airstream comes out, Lucario starts to charge its aura, having to endure the brunt of Togekiss' attack. Team Rocket and Hopper worried Rest will make him lose, but Go trusts Ash's faith in Lucario. Ash and Lucario connect their aura and put everything they have into pushing this Max Airstream away. Lucario's aura turns into a giant Aura Sphere and hits Togekiss, knocking it down but not taking it out. I really enjoyed the atmosphere of this part of the battle. They play some really sinister music, and you feel like Ash and Lucario are giving it everything they've got, and while they don't take Togekiss down, they endure with Dynamax. But Togekiss still gets up, speed increased. Dianpha and Leon have a quick talk about how Ash is evolving and the strength of Aura, as Leon mentions Brute Force when it becomes Sinnoh's champion. Dianpha recalls Cynthia saying she wants to retire, as we then cut to Cynthia saying she's having fun. You can probably guess where this plot is going, but I'll save talking about that for its resolution. What I do like, however, is seeing Leon's respect for a fellow champion, and I clearly knows strength won't be everything, and I'm sure he had a plan in mind in case he needed to battle Cynthia. So Togekiss starts speeding about, and Lucario is trying its best to get in a hit. Leon knows the speed boost from Max Airstream were part of Cynthia's plan. Togekiss comes in with a Sky Attack, which Lucario tries to counter with Double Team and Aura Sphere, but Togekiss is able to take down all the clones. Lucario has to face Togekiss head on with a Bullet Punch to take Togekiss down finally. It's worth pointing out, much like how Garchomp was worn down by Surfetch, Lucario was worn down by Togekiss. So now it's down to Lucario versus Garchomp. Ash braces himself, telling Pikachu one more win means beating Cynthia. Garchomp begins the attack, launching Scale Shot, which Lucario Bullet Punches through. Aura Sphere collides with Scale Shot, and the two Pokemon are pushed back. Ash resolves if he can beat Cynthia, he can get stronger. Garchomp rushes in with Dragon Claw. Lucario rushes in with Bullet Punch, and the two just fight it out, strength to strength, getting big hits in on each other. I've heard people refer to it as boxing, and it's not an incorrect statement. It takes Lucario faltering for a second as both Pokemon are exhausted to get Cynthia to tell Garchomp to Dragon Claw Lucario one last time. However, Ash has a move for this, Reversal, striking a huge blow into Garchomp, and the two Pokemon fall. The stadium falls silent. Everyone aside from Leon is shocked, concerned and waiting to see the result. However, Lucario gets up while Garchomp hasn't. The referee comes over and claims the match. Ash has beaten Cynthia. Ash really lets that sink in for a moment. Cynthia is a trainer he's respected for a long time. He even declared he'd be the one to beat her in Diamond and Pearl, and he's finally done it. There's also a lot of comparison to him winning the Alola League, as he stands kind of there in disbelief. As it sinks in, he goes on over to hug Lucario. We also get a roarish line from Team Rocket as they call Ash a champion killer. Oh my god. Leon's all fired up to have a blazing match in the finals. Cynthia goes over to Garchomp and Lucario comes over to help Garchomp up. Ash and Cynthia have a chat as Cynthia feels like she's able to learn more. And now we have a full battle between Ash and Leon to look forward to. As Cynthia returns to the back of the stadium, she tells Dianpha she couldn't retire now. Honestly, this plotline feels like a bad version of Vulcan's plotline. She's burnt out on battling a young trainer, in fact literally the same trainer, reinvigorates her. It doesn't really impact the battle in any way. Ash doesn't know she's feeling that way, and it really comes out of nowhere. Just one element of this battle that just doesn't work. And at the end of the day, Ash sends his team out, and they all resolve to win, as Ash wants to achieve his goal of beating Leon. So I think all in all, I preferred the second half of the battle to this one, but this serves as a pretty satisfying conclusion. What I like is how the first half of this episode is about Togekiss whittling Lucario down, kind of like how Surfetch was with Garchomp last episode. Inflicting heavy damage onto Lucario. It leads into the eventual Lucario and Garchomp showdown, feeling like they're both exhausted and at their limits. They're putting everything they've got to eke out a win. It's not a big flashy battle as you might have expected, but it almost feels kind of brutal in a way, which is awesome. I also kind of like how Garchomp's lack of Mega Evolution gave away the victory, but not in a way you'd immediately notice. As Lucario and Garchomp fall, there's a lot of tension in wondering who will get up first. But the key thing to note is that Lucario didn't revert to normal. And I guess Garchomp could get up too. The fact it wasn't Mega'd and we didn't see it revert was a cool way to let us know that Ash did it. He beat Cynthia. Another thing I'm really eager to highlight is how clutch Paul's training came in for Ash here. I pointed out before that Paul used strategy from Lance and Steven to help prepare Ash, and I couldn't really figure out what Cynthia's was. But we kind of get shown over the course of the battle that Paul's Garchomp knew moves that Cynthia's knew. But like on top of that, Lucario learning Bullet Punch was so vital to Ash's victory over Togekiss and Garchomp. The only move that actually does anything to Garchomp otherwise from Lucario is Reversal. Of course a high risk move, but it's one that Ash really called attention to as a move that he and Lucario trained together for when they revealed it for the first time. So yeah, I'd say overall I enjoyed this battle, but I think with the promise of Ash vs Leon being even better, the Master 8 should end on an incredibly high note.